Hey, what's going on, guys? It's KP here, and today I'm here to bring you 5 tips that if you start doing, I promise you will start winning more games. So with that, I'm gonna just jump straight right into it. So with the first one, wards, wards. I cannot stress this enough how important it is to place wards. And they literally provide free information, not just for you, but for your entire team. So if you're playing, this is for anybody. If you're playing mid lane, duo, solo lane, you need to be warning to provide your team with as much information as possible. As these wards, if you don't already know, they're like mini UAVs from Call of Duty. You can literally see your enemy on the map without having to visually see them right in front of you. You can see them. So, and this helps like if you're always in situations where you're getting team ganked, let's say you're playing solo lane and you get ganked a lot, I'm not saying this will save you every single time, but it can definitely reduce the chances of you dying every time you get ganked, as you can actually react to someone coming into your lane trying to gank you compared to when you have no idea that they're even behind you and you're just a sitting duck. And with that, that also goes to like, let's say your teammate made a mistake. Let's say he completely forgot to mention to you that somebody was heading to your lane. This goes for the duo or solo lane. If your mid lane forgot to communicate, hey, enemy missing, be careful right lane. Hey, enemy missing, be careful left lane. The wards can provide you with that information that they possibly forgot to give you. So you can see it on the map when they're coming to your lane because of a ward. So there's a lot of unnecessary deaths that can be avoided if you just have wards placed. And I promise you guys, if you start using wards, if you don't use them, you're gonna start seeing a difference in your matches and how often you die. With my next tip, it's gonna be learn the in-game comp. I can't even tell you guys how many matches I've been in, and there are people that just completely do not communicate or do not use the in-game comps. And that can be like detrimental to an entire team, as like without you being able to communicate to your team what's going on, who to attack, that someone's coming to their lane, it can literally just ruin your whole match. So you being able to communicate to your teammates will just save, not just like have them provide callouts to you that can essentially help you, but you're going to be saving your teammates' life. And mind you, this isn't just to warning teammates that, hey, be careful, someone's coming. This is also to initiate attacks. If you want to attack the right lane, you can do that. Attack the left lane, you can do that. Same for mid lane. If you want to attack the camps, you can signal with the team comps. Hey, like, let's attack Or Prime. Hey, let's attack Fangtooth. Or if you're defending, if someone's forgetting to defend their lane and the minions are pushed up, you can put defend right lane, defend left lane, defend mid lane. So there's everything you need. And for console players, hey, I'm a console player, so I know you. There's nobody out there who can type a whole sentence in the middle of a match while they're defending their lane. Compared to PC players, they may have an easier time typing something out mid game, while console players we can't have that. So knowing the team comps that they're in the game are like pretty essential, and I promise you, it's gonna get you more wins. And with my third tip, and this one's very important, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Have flexibility in your role. And what do I mean by this? I think we all have that friend. I know that one guy that they are ride or die mid laners, or ride or die solo laners, ride or die dual laner support, ride or die jungle laners, and they do not want to touch a single other role lane. They will literally take the ban rather than just play another role. Well, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but that's going to be a problem in your ranked games, because if you're trying to win a lot of games, you're going to have to be flexible sometimes. Because let me tell you, if you're in the middle of a match and there's 3 guys fighting over the same role, and then you randomly get selected into a role that you didn't want to play because you don't know how to play, and you're communicating to your team like, hey, yeah, we just lost because I don't know how to play mid lane. This is my first time. Well, I mean, you kind of just lost the game for you and your team because you couldn't like be flexible. You being flexible makes you so much more effective and so much more just valuable to your team. and you can make it to where everyone can play at their best. So if let's say you really do have a teammate that just plays jungle and like you can't do anything about it, but because you're able to give up your jungle role and just play mid lane or something, because that's the role that needed to be filled as example, you can literally have everyone play at their best now. And because you're flexible, like I'd rather have somebody on my team that knows how to play like three different roles than just this guy that can only play like one role, obviously, because the guy's flexible. And you not being able to be flexible can hinder your true potential in the rankings, as you'll be losing more games knowing that you can only play one role. And my fourth tip is going to be start trying your best to learn the items that are best for your characters. Over time, when you're playing the game, obviously you're going to start knowing what items feel good, what items feel bad. But with that, it's also, I do also want to emphasize just copying builds that you see on YouTube, or for those who know about the Media.City website. That's only going to get you so far, because honestly, you have your own play style. That may be a build that works for someone else. That may not be a build that works for you. Um, for the great example of this, I play a lot of Chimera. A lot of Chimeras love Berserker's Axe. And let me tell you, I've used Berserker's Axe many times, and I suck with it. I don't know what it is, but like it just does not fit in my arsenal when I play Chimera. Every time I use Berserker's Axe, it usually does not go well for me. So, and that just comes with just knowing what's good or bad for you. And, I don't mean, do your own build and just put on every single strongest physical power item that there is in the game, because that probably won't work. You can go ahead and try it, but, you have your own play style. So switching out like one or two items from a build that you see online to what suits you best could do you better, than just copying what the build does. And knowing what the items do are even better. So with that, that goes into my fifth tip, which is slowly starting to learn how to counterplay. And this tip, I think, is very much like, I don't know if the word overlooked is the word to use, but I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm not good enough to know how to counterplay, or I don't know how to counterplay, because you have to be really good to counterplay. And, the case is you don't have to be a very good player to know how to counterplay. And I'm going to, give away some some tips here to handling Chimera. But I know a lot of people struggle with fighting Chimera, saying that he has too much life regen, and I don't know what to do about it. He's just cooking my team, and he just won't die because he's regenning. Or same things for Grux, he's regenning too fast, and I just don't know what to do. Well, if you build a Tainted Guard, that will help counteract Chimera's healing, as every time he hits you, his healing will be reduced. And mostly for Grux, since he has so much attack speed usually, and he'll be building Omnivamp, Frost Guard does pretty good. If you want to build Tainted Guard and Frost Guard, that works pretty good at handling those. I don't want you guys to think these are absolutely broken characters, because there are items that you can build to help nerf their damage and healing and attack speed in a game. And for people in the chat listening to this that maybe play characters that do magical damage, you may not want to build Tainted Scepter or Frost Guard, but look into building. Oh wait, no, sorry. You may not want to build Tainted Guard or Frost Guard, but look into building Tainted Scepter, because that might be better suited for characters that build magical power rather than physical, obviously. And but with that being said, every game is different. Your build is going to be based off of how the match is going, because you're not going to play the same characters every game, and every person builds their character a little different. So, but that just comes with just playing the game, pulling up that scoreboard, and just seeing what the enemy team is building. That way, you kind of know what to build. But always have set in your head like 2 or 3 items that you're probably going to build first, because obviously there's no counterplay in the beginning of the game because nobody has built any items, so you don't know what they're building. So yeah, guys, with that being said, those are my 5 tips I'm going to give you guys, and I promise you guys, if you guys start doing these, at least 2 to 3 of these tips, you will start seeing more be on your side of the ball court. You will start winning more games. So if you did enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.